All right, we're going to walk you through the first few steps of creating this subject line A/B test. I think you'll find it's pretty familiar territory for the most part. First, we're going to click Create the Campaign, and that brings us to our first decision. What kind of campaign are we going to send? We're going to choose an A/B testing campaign. This brings us to our next big decision. Who is going to get the email? So let's look this over. The Ecology Center is a nonprofit organization, and this is a fundraising email. And it says here they want 25 new members to reach their goal. Here it says join the Environmental Center. Here it says each person who joins this week might win a bike tune-up. Here it says anyone who joins might win one of these 2 grand prizes. So it seems to be all about new members. It's not about renewing members or rejoining members. So I think our first decision is going to be that we are going to go back to the practice supporter list. We're going to send it to a new group, and we're going to reuse that criteria from before. The last donation amount is blank. These are people who have some relationship with the organization, but they've never joined, they've never given money. So we're going to click Next. And now you remember this. Here's our third big decision is how are we going to set up the subject line A/B test. I can pick a subject line. I can pick a from name A/B test. I can pick a content A/B test. I can pick a send time A/B test. I'm going with subject lines. Could test 3 subject lines, but I'm going to go with 2 this time. MailChimp has by default suggested that segment A, subject line A, goes to 25% of the list. Subject line B goes to 25% of the list. And whichever subject line has the most success, that will go to 50% of the list. We can change that, though. We can set it so that segment A is 10% of our list. 10% of our list gets subject line A. 10% of our list gets subject line B. And 80% of the list gets the winning combination. Let's just do that for now. And by the way, winning combination, we can set that by open rate. The winner is the one that has the best open rate. Or we could set it by click rate. The winner is the one that has the best click rate. You can set it by total revenue if you've got this integrated with some kind of e-commerce engine, manual selection. Most of the time you do an A/B test, it's going to be open rate or click rate. So let's go with open rate after 8 hours. How about open rate after 2 days? We're not in a big hurry here. So after 2 days, whichever of the emails has the best open rate, whichever the subject line has the best open rate, 80% of the list is going to receive that. We go on to the next, and we're going to have our fill out some campaign info, name your test. New member subject line test. Use conversations to manage replies. Yes. Personalize the to field. Yes. Not even sure why you ask. And now here it asks me for my 2 subjects. Subject line A is win a complete bike tune-up. Subject line B is joined by Earth Day to win great prizes. From name is the Ecology Center. From email address is whatever email address you used. Track opens, track clicks, Google Analytics, yes. And now we are ready to move on to the next step. So now you can go ahead and set up the email subject line test in your MailChimp account.